When thinking of Korean pop culture, many people's minds immediately go to K-pop, K-movies, or Korean idols. But in South Korea, video games are just as influential and significant in Korean pop culture. Video games are an international source for entertainment, enjoyment, competition, and bonding across the world. But in South Korea, these aspects are amplified. For South Koreans, gaming isn't just a hobby, but also a form of pop culture intertwined with the country's history, economy, and national identity. So the question we ask is, why is gaming such a pivotal part of Korean culture? To answer this question, we need to start by looking at the history of South Korea. South Korea's deep connection with video games started decades ago. After the Korean War, South Korea was left extremely poor, leading to massive industrialization until the 1997 Asian financial crisis. In response to the crisis, the South Korean government invested in technology and high-speed internet to rebuild the country's economy, establishing South Korea as one of the countries with the fastest and most affordable internet in the early 2000s. Although owning home computers was still unattainable for many families due to the financial crisis, one way many citizens accessed the internet was through PC bongs, which are Korean internet cafes that allow people to use the internet and play video games for as cheap as 1,000 South Korean won per hour, equivalent to $1 Canadian. PC bongs are social internet cafes with rows of gaming computers with fast-speed internet that function on an hourly rate. PC bongs also offer food and snacks, creating a social hub that connects gaming and socialization. These locations offered Koreans a place to distance themselves from a society that values academic achievement, performance, and competition. Although PC bongs offered a temporary distancing from the societal values, they did not completely remove them or leave all societal values outside. South Korean culture also strongly values collectivism and group bonding. Multiplayer video games allowed Koreans to combine the social aspect of gaming with the competitive nature of the country, establishing PC bongs and gaming as a communal rituals for many South Koreans. As more competitive multiplayer games were created, such as StarCraft in 1998, South Koreans used their competitive nature to practice and hone their skills in gaming. Local tournaments were organized within PC bongs, and the best players started to gain recognition within their communities. The Korean government, instead of seeing video games as a pastime, decided to treat video games as a sport and media industry. Organizations such as the Korea Creative Content Agency started to support gaming in a competitive environment by organizing tournaments and broadcasting video game competitions on television. Esports players were offered official salaries and advertisement opportunities just like regular sport players. Moreover, the creation of the Korea Esports Association further cemented gaming as a sport and a career path in South Korea, leading to the increased funding and support of esports leagues throughout many video games, as well as the development of competitive gaming departments in universities. These developments led gaming to become much more popular and connected to national South Korean pride. Individuals can now create careers through gaming, and many of the best esports players and teams have become both national and international icons, recognized at the same level as K-pop stars, actors, and sports players. Gaming, just like other areas of pop culture, developed subgroups of fans that follow their favorite esports teams and players, attend live events, and form communities to celebrate their love for gaming, expanding the connection between South Koreans and gaming to the level of other Korean pop culture sources. For example, Lee Sang-hyuk, more commonly known as Faker, is a professional esports player recognized internationally as the best League of Legends player of all time. His achievements in gaming over the past 13 years earned him the Cheonryong, or Blue Dragon, Order of Sports Merit in 2026, the highest class of honor given to athletes in South Korea. The Order of Sports Merit is awarded directly by the President of South Korea to individuals who perform outstanding sports performance. Faker's contributions through gaming to South Korea have cemented him as a celebrity worthy of national recognition, placing him at the same level as other Korean stars such as Kim Yoona, a superstar figure skater, or Son Heung-min, considered the greatest Asian football player of all time. He, along with many other South Koreans, have become legendary figures that reinforce the association of the country with gaming. Faker's achievements show how gaming holds equal importance as sports and other cultural aspects in South Korea. Although South Korea is widely recognized as a powerhouse for competitive gaming, its impact in global gaming goes far beyond. South Korea is also one of the world's leading producers of multiplayer video games. Different South Korean corporations have produced both historical and modern major video games titles like MapleStory, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and Lost Ark, with each of these games having over 100 million copies sold. Even on a casual level, South Koreans have gained a reputation for being the most competitive and skillful players. Terms such as Korean server refer to how Koreans display higher levels of discipline, strategy, and skill beyond the level of other players. The connection between gaming and the world doesn't stop here. Video games and other Korean pop culture forms often interact. K-pop groups often collaborate with video games. As an example, Blackpink collaborated with PUBG to release a song called Ready for Love, which has over 185 million views on YouTube. The group also hosted a virtual concert within the game, which had over 15 million players attending during their performance. Other international games such as League of Legends have embraced Korean pop culture into their games. League of Legends created a virtual K-pop group called KDA, which has released multiple songs, with their most famous song, Pop Stars, totaling over 600 million views on YouTube. Even Korean fashion is reflected in gaming, with many character skins mirroring K-pop idols' stage outfits. Today, gaming is deeply connected with South Korean culture, and South Korea has become a global leader in representation and competitiveness in gaming across the world. Video games, as a part of South Korean culture, have evolved into more than a pastime. They have combined the history, innovation, and cultural values of South Korea into a major source of pop culture for the country. From the rise of the PC bongs to aid with the economic crisis, to esports players receiving national honors, to collaboration with other mainstream Korean pop culture genres, gaming expands from a simple social activity to a cultural aspect interwoven into Korean values and everyday life. And for this reason, gaming is not simply a trend in South Korea, they are also a pivotal part of Korean culture.